Hey guys, this is Chelsea with Hennapreneur, and today I am answering a question that I get all of the time. Chelsea, how do you manage your time? If you didn't know already, I own Cardamom and Clove Henna, where I serve clients within the Baltimore, DC, Virginia, even Pennsylvania areas. In addition to that, I'm a homeschooler, I have 3 kids, and then I have Hennapreneur, where I support and mentor henna artists all over the world. So I think that it's safe to say my time is really limited, and I have to be incredibly strategic with how and where and when I spend it, or else the tasks from the day simply will catch up with me, and there will be no way for me to there will be no way for me to come back from it. So I want to talk to you guys about the one thing that I do that has totally changed the way that I manage my business, manage my time, manage my lifestyle. This is something that's called the Pomodoro method. If you haven't heard of the Pomodoro method before, it is a system that you can use wherein you set aside a certain time frame, and then during that time frame you work on one thing only. And then when that time frame ends, you get up, you do something else, you take a break, you address another task, whatever that is, then you come back and then you focus and you address one thing only and repeat. So I was introduced to the Pomodoro method about 2 years ago, and I have to tell you, it has completely changed the way that I do things. I use something that's called block scheduling, where I will set up a certain portion of my day to address a certain type of tasks. So let's say, for example, in the first block of the morning, I am only focused on self-care and getting ready for the day. Okay, so within those 2 hours where I'm focused on self-care and getting ready for the day, I will create pomodoros. So those pomodoros are broken up with different tasks that I need to achieve. Typically, I use pomodoros of 25 minutes with a 5-minute break. So for that first 25 minutes, that could be where I physically get ready for the day, where I shower and I do my makeup and I get dressed and I make sure that, I feel great about taking the day on. And then I've got 5 minutes where I just relax, go around the house, maybe check out what's, what things I can get myself into or whatever, and just be. Then the next Pomodoro will come, and at that point I start to say, okay, what thing am I going to set up? Normally at that point, that's when I'll practice henna, because that's where I like to start my day. I enjoy the creative process and the creative release, and just feeling really inspired first thing in the morning. So after that Pomodoro has ended, I'll take a break, I'll go do something else. And then I'll come back and repeat. So I like to mix block scheduling with Pomodoros because it's very easy for me. I can set aside 2 hours specific to one type of task, and then within that 2 hours, I can squeeze 4 Pomodoros in. When I put these two things together, it's like it's wonderful. It gives me the drive to know that I'm doing a thing and I am achieving the things in the process. What I like most about the Pomodoro method is that you can change it. So let's say, for example, you have a task that is really difficult for you to get into. For example, there was one point in time where I was completing a certification, and the reading for that certification was absolutely horrid. Meaning I could not focus on anything. It was very, very difficult for me to mentally stay engaged. And so what I would do is I would set my Pomodoros for much shorter. I would give myself 10 minutes and then 3 minutes of break. 10 minutes and then 3 minutes of break. So I would focus very intently for 10 minutes and then take 3 minutes just to breathe, shake it off, and move to something else. And then I'd come back and focus again for 10 minutes. This makes it really easy when it's that task that you're like, oh man, I really, I can't focus, or it's hard for me to do, or it's something that I don't enjoy. Then I'll switch my Pomodoros up so that I'm focusing in smaller spurts, but I can still get those things done. The key here is, if you choose to use the Pomodoro method, you can't allow yourself to get distracted. So when I'm in my 25-minute zone, that's what I'm doing for 25 minutes. And this can be really challenging, especially if you are like me and you have kids at home or you have other obligations. And so what I tend to do is, during that 25 minutes, I'll put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I don't look at any electronics except the one that I'm working on if that's required for that, for that piece. But I don't look outside. If I get the Facebook notification, like, it's dead to me. The world does not exist outside of that project within that 25 minutes. When I'm interrupted by a small human that I don't have the opportunity to just ignore. Oh, moms get it. When I'm interrupted by a small human, that's okay. I use an app to track my Pomodoros, and it actually has a pause button, so I can pause my Pomodoro where I was, so that I can address. If I find, when like dealing with interruptions like those, if I find that the interruptions are just like interruptions for nothing, you guys know about that, then I won't even pause it. I'll just, let the kids know, hey, I need 7 more minutes and I'll be right with you. And that works. So that's how I use the Pomodoro method in my own business. The app that I use is called Focus Keeper. I really love it. I recommend it highly if it's something that you enjoy. There are different sounds that you can put on. I have 2 timer sounds. One of them is like just the clock ticking. And I don't know, there's something hypnotic about it. So I'll listen to the seconds ticking as I'm working, and that rhythm just helps keep me in the zone. But you can change the sounds to all sorts of things if you prefer to do that. But I would recommend that you give it a try and see if it helps you. And if you love it, come back and let me know. And if you don't love it, that's okay. Come back and tell me that too. Like, it's totally cool. No judgment here. So with that said, there's my quick tip for the week of how I'm able to achieve more productivity in my henna business. I hope this helps you, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.